There's a big day today, guys. I didn't have time to get a good camera, but it's the biggest day of my life so far. The biggest deal that I'm gonna sign so far. I'm so sure I'ma sound just like every other rundown schmuck guru on YouTube that sells you snake oil, but I guarantee you I got nothing to sell. I just want to share my knowledge and experience in hopes I motivate you and show you that you do not have to have rich parents to get out of the rat race. So I just signed my first $1 million deal, and I am way more excited than my face can show, but I've been under caffeinated and over exhausted for the last few days, and I'm super sleepy, but I want to get the video out so I can share that experience with you. Okay, I gotta confess, the deal is not $1 million, it is just $960,000, but it just doesn't have the same ring to it. $960,000! If you want to learn more about this deal and how it is structured and what are my options for purchasing it, stay till the end. And by the way, help me get monetized so I can buy a better camera. A simple way to support the channel is like and subscribe. And if the need be, leave an angry comment down below. I enjoy reading those. Come on, I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers. There's only 751 to go. Moving on, the deal. So the deal is the following. I got 6 properties, each of them is a duplex, so in the industry we say 12 doors. All of them are currently rented out. Seller wants to sell them 2 per year for the next 3 years. So 2 in 2022, 2 properties in 2023, and 2 properties in 2024. They are all in the same neighborhood that used to be a 1-story building complex with an HOA, and somewhere down the line they decided to sell the properties to individual owners. Or not they, but maybe him, the guy who owned it. So this particular complex has 14 duplexes and 1 what used to be an office building, and this used to be the office building is actually my property. This will be my Airbnb. My first Airbnb, which the video should be ready next week. Side topic, I'm also talking to another seller and I'm trying to buy his 2 properties next year for $150,000 a pop. And if this happens, I would own 9 out of the 15 properties, and slowly but surely I will buy out the whole complex, which is the mission basically. This is the main reason why I'm not gonna get married, besides my face. The numbers. 3 properties are priced at $150,000 and other 3 properties are priced at $170,000. There are minor fixes to be made on them. Of course, every property has something to do on it. I have not seen all of them inside because they are tenant occupied, and honestly, I don't really care that much what needs to be fixed, because the moment the lease is up, I will renovate the whole unit and make it an Airbnb with hopes of getting $3,000 per month of net profit per property. So this is $1,500 per unit. The properties rent around $100 a night gross. So I think it's a pretty conservative, reasonable expectation. What is the actual property worth? In my opinion, the properties are worth close to $200,000 each. So I am getting an actually $1.2 million deal for $960,000. And this is in 2021. By 2024, prices may be higher, or of course they may be lower. But rent, I believe, and Airbnb prices will go up. That is a $240,000 of equity over 3 years, which is $80,000 per year, and I don't even make $80,000 a year at my job. What is the structure? As I said, the deal is structured in a way that every year I can buy 2 properties for the total amount of $320,000. 1 property for $150,000 and 1 property for $170,000. The idea here of the owner is for him not to pay a huge amount of taxes. Well, Christian, why didn't you offer seller's financing? Well, guys, this is the first thing I offered, and he really liked the idea and the terms, because I gave him an amazing terms. But he said, and I quote, "I like it, but my wife doesn't want to do this type of deal." In which I replied, "Say no more, I would never ask you about it again." Because if the wife doesn't want to do it, there ain't no way in hell he's gonna do it. What are my purchasing options? So as usual, I can always use my only tool in the toolbox, which I call the hammer. The hammer to me means 20% down payment, either through a bank, a credit union, or some type of a mortgage institution. It doesn't matter. The important thing is that 20% down is what it will cost me. and I will have to lock that amount of money there forever. So on $320,000 investment, 20% is $64,000 plus closing costs, which is about $10,000 plus other fees. In the case of this offer that I have here, we are looking at a total amount of a bit over $80,000. Let's notice that origination fee plus closing costs are about $5,000 per property. This will be important later. Again, this is what I call the hammer approach. But to fix an issue, we need more than one tool in our toolbox, because with a hammer, we can only do one thing: hammer nails. What else do we need to have? What other tool can we come up with? Remember, we're doing all that thinking so we do not spend a lot of money, so we can be more liquid, so we don't have to lock a huge amount of money into one place. If I wanted to do the hammer deal, I would just need $80K each year. I am exploring the following option: 1 year short-term loan. This is the same company, by the way. Say $320,000 of purchase price and whatever money for renovation, say $10,000. It is irrelevant, the renovation money, because they cover 100% of it. So this lender will lend me, as you can see on the picture, 90% of purchase price, which means I only have to put down 10% of $320,000. This is $32,000 plus, as usual, $5,000 per property, so $10,000 for closing costs for both properties and origination fee. That makes my cash to close $42,000 instead of $80,000. This is $38,000 difference. Then the idea is, after a seasoning period, which is minimum of 6 months, is passed, I can convert this to a regular third-year mortgage, in which case I already showed you the numbers from the third-year mortgage offer: 80% LTV, that's loan to value, plus $5,000 per property for closing costs and origination fee, so $10,000. But now, as I said before, those properties are worth about $200,000 each, plus we're gonna have some renovation done. So if they are worth $200,000 now after $10,000 renovation, they will be worth at least $210,000, right? So total value will be at least $420,000 if the market stays the same, and 80% of that is $336,000. And this is the amount the lender will give us as a 30-year mortgage. Do you remember how was the short-term loan for? That's $320,000. The 10% we put down, which is $32,000, is $288,000 plus $20,000 for renovation money for both properties. So the loan we have to repay is $308,000. The lender will give us the new 30-year mortgage, as we said earlier, $336,000. So basically, yes, we do pay for 2 closings in less than 1 year, which is an extra $10,000. But what do we gain by this? Less upfront cost, which is $42,000 down instead of $80,000 down initially. And I say initially because, as you can see, we owe $308,000 and we're getting $336,000 mortgage. That's $28,000 coming back in our pocket. So from the $42,000 we put down 6 or so months ago, we are getting back $28,000, essentially locking only $14,000 into those 2 duplexes. I hope this is not too much math for you too early, but yeah, I was actually debating how to do this deal, but now when I made this video, I think I see better what is the right way of approaching this deal. If you want to save more money, I can do it one way, and if I want to lock less money, I can do it another way. What is my buy and hold strategy? So I want to make all of those properties Airbnb and net about $3,000 per month. Each unit is about $100 per night, like I said, so $1,500 per unit is not a stretch. Now, in the meantime, they rent for about $1,000 per month per unit, so $2,000 per property, and my payment will be a bit over $1,000 per property. But of course, we have to account for management. If I have one, for example, maintenance, emergencies, and reserves. If you follow this channel, you know that my exit strategy is to buy and hold long term and then 1031 exchange it. I have a video up here explaining what 1031 exchange is if you want to see it after you finish with this one. Also, don't forget that inflation plays a big role into why we don't want to pay the mortgage sooner and why we don't want to put a lot of money down. I will make a video soon about it and link it right here and leave a card up here and link it down below. And lastly, we negotiated the price with the seller today, but I will buy the property in the next couple of years. So if they appreciate, I am getting a better value. Of course, if they depreciate, in which case I will get a worse value. But as I said, I am already getting them under market value. So I have a bit of a cushion if the market drops a little bit. And lastly, rents. They will most likely only go up. Same with Airbnb, same process, they will go up. So this is my $1 million deal, and those are my thoughts on what options I have on approaching this deal. If you have any advice, it is always welcome. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Keep hustling. See you next time.